Top of the sixth now, Houston leading 2-0. And we got Eddie Rosario up now. And he's a lefty, and he is taking on Odorizzi. Will be going one batter. So he's a righty on a lefty, so D4. And let's see what we get here. And we get a 92 and a 0. That's a K. That's a strikeout. Rosario strikes out for the first out. So, all right, Odorizzi is out. That's going to bring in Phil Maton. And he's a D4. And he is a right hand. And he's taking on Deadball, so he's going to go up to an 8. He rolls a 9 against a righty. That's going to get him a hit. Let's see what he gets. 11. That's going to be a single. So Duvall's on. That brings up Travis Denard with Maton. And he rolls a 68, which is a productive out. About anywhere in the infield, runner first is out and the batter is safe. So he's on with a fielder's choice. He's out for the first out. He's on. Jock Peterson now drops him back down to a 4. Righty on lefty. He rolls a 61, which is an out. That's going to be a fly ball to left field, F7 for the second out. And that brings up Swanson, which is going to take us back up to a 8 righty on righty. And that's another K for the third out. And that's the inning. And Maton's going to be gone. That's going to bring in Ryan Stanek next. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Houston's still leading 2-0. That's going to bring in Luke Jackson, who's a righty. He's got a D20 for his. He went 1.2 innings. And he's a righty taking on Chase McCorkins, who's a righty. And he rolls a 36. Righty on righty. It's going to be an out. Fly ball to right field for the first out. Righty on righty still. Maldonado rolls a 29, which is a hit. Rolls a 16, which is a double. He's got CN minus. Luke Jackson. That's going to be wild. He gets a +3 to his on base. So everybody gets a +3. So we're going to check the defense. And we got to roll a D12 for the defense. He's got a double, Maldonado, and there's going to be a no chain. Maldonado's on with a double here. And that's going to bring up Altuve now, who's a righty also. So righty on righty again. And he rolls a 38, which will get a 39, which will be a walk, because +3, because he's got a CN minus. So he's on with a walk, Altuve, ball. And now we go to Brantley. Brantley rolls a 83, which is going to be an out. And see, it's a 4, so it's going to be a 4-3. The runner at first and the batter are out. So it's going to be a double play. And that's going to end the inning. Rolls into a 4-6-3 for the third out. Second out. And that's that after they were on a little roll there. Houston trying to score again to add some more points. That's the inning. Luke Jackson gets 2 more batters. Now we go to Ryan Stanek, who's a righty. He gets a D8 righty, and he's taking on Jorge Soler. So that's going to take him up to a D12 for Stanek. And that's going to be a 31, which will be a walk. Let's see. He's got a K. He's got a K plus. Let's see what the K plus does. Just a -1 to the batter's batting. So he's got a 31. That's going to be a walk. So there's on with a walk. Taking on Freeman now. So that means Stanek will go back down to a D8. Freddie Freeman up. Taking on a righty. 61. That's over. That's going to be a productive out. That's a fly ball, so he's going to stay there. Center field. 8 for the first out. Taking on Albies now. versus a righty. It's got a 61, another productive out. That's an 8 fly ball to center field again. Austin Riley, a righty now. I'll take him up to a D12. Righty on righty. And he rolls a 20, which will be a hit. Let's see what Riley gets. He rolls a 7, which is a single. And Riley has P plus power. Single. P plus. +1 on the hit table. He just rolled a single, so he's going to stay at a single. So man on first and second now with 2 outs. Brings up Rosario, and he is a lefty. This is going to take Stanek back to his 8. And he rolls a 93, and that's going to be a strikeout to end the inning. Stanek went 1 inning also, so he'll be done. And that brings in, see, Luke Jackson gets 2 more outs right now, and he is a D20. He's a righty. Taking on Bregman, a righty. Bregman's out with a K, first out. Bringing up Alvarez now. He's a lefty on righty. Another K, and that's his 2 batters. Jackson's going to be gone now. That brings in Tyler Mazzett. He's a D12, and he's a lefty. Lefty taking on a righty, Carlos Correa, taking on a lefty, 29 through 40. And that's a out also. That's going to be a fly ball to right field for the 3rd out. So he pitched to 1 batter, so he's got 1 more inning to go. Now we go, and still 2-0. After the 7th inning, we go to the top of the 8th, and we got Stanek in there now. Let's see, he's gone, so that brings in Brooks Raley, who's a D4. He's a lefty, and he'll be taking on Adam Duvall here. So 18 through 25 now. Duvall goes way down, and he's going to be out with a fly ball to center field. Rally to lefty on lefty. Peterson is 27 through 35. Bernard, righty on lefty. 26 through 40. Rolls a 93. That's going to be a K. He's got K plus power, so it's going to be a K for the 2nd out. Now we go to Peterson, where we go up to an 8. Lefty on lefty. He rolls 11. That's a hit. Rolls an 8. It's going to be a single for Jack Peterson. Swanson now, righty on lefty. Drops him back down to a 4. He rolls a 3, 8. That's another hit, another single. Man on first and second, 2 outs. Go back to the top of the lineup. Solera, righty on lefty now. 22 through 34. He rolls a 29, which will be another walk. So it's going to load the bases up for Freddie Freeman, who's a lefty on lefty, D8. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Freeman, 26 to 33. He rolls at 13. That's going to be a hit. He rolls a 6. It's going to be a single. We got to check the defense. The D12. It's a 10. Hit goes down a level. Just rolled a single. A 13. It was a 13. Yep. It was a single. Goes down 1 level. It was a 8. So I'm going to go to a single. Still a single. So that single is going to bring in 1 run. Let's see. Freddie Freeman has P plus power and +1 on the table. That's still going to stay a single. So it's still a single. So that's going to bring in the run. Goes there. Freddie Freeman, it's now 1-2. And let's see, Brooks Raley is a D4 still. Well, it'll be lefty on righty. 32 through 35. And they're hot. That's a 12 for Osby. Let's see what he rolls. He rolls a 9. That will be a single with contact and power. So he rolled a 9. It's a single. And it's going to go up 1, I believe, because he has P plus power. Yeah. Runners advance 2 bases. Ozzy Albies brings in 2 runs. What an inning here. Freddie Freeman goes to 3rd. Albies. And Riley is in trouble and hurting bad. They're leaving them in, righty on lefty. It's still 17. That's a hit. Rolls a 3. That's a single. Then he's got P+. I believe that's going to move him up one level with a P+. So it's going to take him a single. Defense for the second baseman. It's the 12. Second baseman, Altuve has nothing for that, and he rolls a 4. It's going to be a no change, so it's a single, bringing in another run. Stim Riley on a damaging inning. Rosario up now, lefty on lefty, go to D8 and get out of it. He's going to get out of it now. 56, that's a 6. That's going to be a 6-3 put out on Eddie Rosario for the third out. But not till after everybody came up to bat. And he pitched. Came in. That's his first. He's still got 2 batters. And Atlanta brings in 4 runs to make it 4-2 in the 8th. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. A lefty. He's taking on Kyle Tucker. He's got a D12. That's going to take him up because it's lefty on lefty. 20. 14, that's a out. That's going to be a 6-3 put out. Tucker for the first out here in the 8th, bottom of the 8th. Taking on a righty now. He goes back down to a 12. Uriel's up now, taking on the lefty. And he's going to be out also, 4-3 for the second out. Chase McCormick now. Rolls a 5. That's going to be a 5-3. For the third out. 1, 2, 3. And that's the end of Mazick. And Will Smith will be coming in the bottom. And Rayleigh's got 2 batters to go here. He's going to be taking on Soler, lefty. He's got a D4. Taking on Soler. 56. That's going to be a 4-3 out. First out. Sorry. It's not Soler. It is Adam Duvall, which is the same thing. 4-3 for the first out. Scratch that for now. Travis Donard's up. Righty on lefty. Rayleigh's last bat. He rolls a 13. That's a hit. 7. That's going to be a single. And they're going to have to take him out. And they're going to have to bring in a new batter. I mean, they're going to bring in a new relief pitcher. Okay, Kendall Graveman's in now. He's a righty. Taking on Peterson. And that's going to be an out. That's going to be a K. That's a strikeout on Peterson for the second out. Now he's taking on a righty on righty. It's going to go up to a D12 against Swanson here. Swanson's 3. That's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman, G3, for the third out. We'll stay right there with Graveman. So it's still 4-2, bottom of the 9th. And we got Martin Maldonado batting, and he is taking on Will Smith, who's a lefty, who gets a D8. Maldonado against the lefty, Will Smith. Rolls a 30-40. That is an out. That's a 4-3 out for the first out. Altuve's up now. He rolls a 22, which is a hit. He rolls a 9, which is a single. He's got P+ power. That's going to go up to a 10. So it's just still a single for him. No runners are on base. Michael Brantley comes in now. That's going to take him up to a D12 from his 8. Lefty on lefty. He rolls a 83, which is a strikeout for the second out. They need Bregman to come through now. He goes back down to the D8. Can Bregman do it? 30-40. And he won't. That's going to be a strikeout. And that ends the game. Atlanta winning 4-2 when the Astros were leading for 7 innings, 2-0. Atlanta has a big 8th inning to win the game. Stay tuned for Game 2.